What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel with your hosts Leskuzzy and Nick. Welcome to One Over Your Head podcast. What y'all doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm vibing. Life is good. And yeah, how you?
I'm doing great, bro. Just just chilling. I started working out yesterday, so after this, I'm about to do like a shorter workout for like an hour, and
Okay, okay.
yeah, you know. So you know, how we starting this? You want to start with better rap, or you want to talk about the NBA real quick? John Morant.
The John Morant stuff. I mean, well, we can go into it. We can go into it. Battle Rap had a little card, but it's actually a solid card. But yeah, we can start with that.
All right. So people, y'all know sometimes we do this. If you're new to the podcast, we get to talk about different stuff. So John Morant is the last 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He's been in some trouble. People. Uh, last the first let's say the first side of trouble was when they said he flashed lasers and guns at the Pacers.
Hmm.
Uh, then he was accused to beat up a 17-year-old and point a gun at him during the summer. Then it ended up being he shut it down on a live stream on Twitch. Oh no, on Instagram. So he's been in some trouble, man. I don't know what what's happening, but people who has been in the same situation, like Gilbert Arenas, Agent Zero, he has some words for it. If y'all go look on Gilbert Arenas Instagram, he said for Ja, because Ja was supposed to be the next face of the NBA, but he said with the last few weeks, he's like, unfortunately, they bumped him from there. He's like, it's not gonna be easy for him to be the next face. He said from now on, for the next like 3 years, he's gonna be like in probably never get vote. He's like he's gonna like had hard to get votes for the All Star game, the MVP. Uh, he's gonna be every time they bring up his name, he's gonna be after Luca and other players, the top tiers. So, hey, I don't know how to feel about his actions because I see some people saying that Nike should give him the same treatment that they gave Kyrie. I was like, well, to be honest, this is different.
Yeah, that was
I
a
was like,
social issue. That is completely different.
well, technically this is also a social issue, but I was like, technically this is different. I want to say Kyrie had like a track record of not doing this like stuff out of the blue that he got himself in trouble. So for Nike, technically speaking, they they supported him through this, through his uh, flat earth, through the stuff that he said before, through that whenever the pandemic was and said like he doesn't want to play basketball, through a lot of stuff. I was like, but I'm just saying, for Justice's first incident, well, technically it is his first public incident stuff that's happened to him with his image. So I don't know how I can say.
I hope he's not uh suspended or they look at him. I know he's going to be looked at a certain way, but I mean, I guess he was going to be looked at a certain way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And him coming up under Luca and Giannis and stuff, it that was obvious. That was going to happen. Like Luka's him. I think Luka's gonna replace LeBron and Giannis and
He,
all them other people. They're higher than him. Like
no,
unless they
I'm
get
saying
injured, it's gonna be tough to say Ja
no.
over
I
those
was.
people.
It was not like him just replacing them, like him being the next face. Like you know how he's like the age 21, 20, like 20, around the 21, like Luca, him, Tatum.
Yeah, but
Because
it's gonna be
Tatum,
hard to put him. Like I'm saying, like his
yeah,
he's talented. He's talented. He's an all star. But I don't think he's better than Tatum or Luca. So I don't think he would ever be the face. They might have thought
yeah,
that, but I
yeah.
don't
I
think
was
it would
saying
happen.
he was probably in the conversation,
Yeah.
but now since with this, like Gilbert said it. I want to say, if y'all want to hear what Gilbert said it right. He's like, unfortunately, he has to go through the next 2 years all about basketball. Don't get in more trouble. And I said, hey, he's like, unfortunately, he's like, but he's like, he's like, because the guy who does the podcast with Gilbert asked him, is there any way to speed the process up? He said, no. He said, maybe winning the championship, but he's in the worst. And right now, the Memphis is not looking good. Memphis not looking good, and two, they gotta go through a whole gauntlet to even make it to the chip. Then, with that being said, when you make it to the chip, you got the Sixers, the Bucks, the Celtics waiting for you. So it's gonna be a tough for Memphis to even win.
No, he got to worry about the West first.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Let's
Whoever
say
make it
if
out the
you
East ain't even. He got to worry about the West. I
because
don't
I'm
think why he
saying
think he good in the West. He's not. The
I'm
Warriors
like
is something.
I the to be honest, the Warriors. I ain't gonna lie, the Warriors are good, but I don't think the Warriors will make it out the West.
All right, they did it the last couple times, and nobody thought they would. Just
But
because they ain't
this
making highlight reels and shit, don't mean that team ain't that team.
nah, bro,
Steph will
this
pull
team,
from 40. Draymond will kick a nigga in his stomach, and then yeah,
bro,
7 games.
you forgetting the West has Kyrie.
Okay.
The West has Kyrie and Luke on the same team, right? Then they got KD and Devin Booker.
Mm.
They got KD and Devin Booker on the other side, right? You still got Denver with Jokic. You still got the Lakers who look like they can beat anybody any given day.
He got to worry about a lot. He
So
got a lot to worry about before he even think about an
so
East team.
then if you to the East, if you thinking the team to worry about in the East, you got three teams, bro. Uh, the Sixers, Celtics, and Bucks. Those are my three teams, the top three teams in the East. Whoever,
Sixers, Celtics, and Bucks.
yeah, one of those. Me being biased, I want the Sixers to make it out,
I think he got to
but
worry about the Heat too. Not worry about
nah,
Bam and Jimmy.
nah. I'll be honest, nah. The Heat ain't making it out. I don't think the Heat are gonna make the playoffs. I'm just gonna be honest. They might make the playoffs, but I don't think they make it out the first round because the Heat are struggling this year. That's the honest. Because let's see what the Heat are, bro. The Heat are the seventh seed, so for them to even make it to the playoffs, they gotta play once, and they gotta hope that they win the first playing tournament. If they don't win that first, they gotta play again. Then, if they lose that, they're out. But they gotta, for them, you see the Heat. That's the problem with the Heat. The Heat, if they make it out, right, they gotta play the Celtics, and the Celtics might beat them. Unless the Heat somehow would go with like grace, they make it to the sixth seed and they play the Sixers. I'm sorry, but the Sixers so far the Sixers are better. I want to say that. So the Heat don't have much. I don't think the Heat gonna make it out. For Memphis, bro, I go lie. Memphis, this to be honest, the West looks as like a tough conference, but they are, bro. None of their teams, their top two teams, haven't. The only one 40 what 46 games. That's that. I'm sorry, but I think the East have the people saying the West is the tougher conference. The East is tough
I think
because
the East looks good, but it ain't too good.
yeah, because the like if after like the first out of all the teams on the West, the first team, the only team that has 40 wins is the Nuggets. Everyone else has 30 wins. If you go to the East, it's the Bucks, the Celtics, the Sixers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Knicks have almost 40 wins. So the top four teams on the East will be the top four teams on the probably top would be like the top four teams in the on the West. So
I
if
think
we had,
I think
if
the
you
West
put
is
this
tougher than that.
well now, but I'm just saying this East is gonna be a tougher conference. Like there are teams that can win.
I think the records say all that, but I don't think.
Oh yeah, we yeah, but that's it. But now we y'all know what we were just talking about basketball. Now let's get back to battle rap. Before we do that, y'all should go to my Twitch and go subscribe and follow my Twitch and leskuzzy because we about to have some. If y'all were there on my Twitch, y'all know what I was doing, bro. I was playing what is it? Ghost Reckoning, Ghost Reckoning, Breaking Point. Tommy playing that.
Tom
That
Clancy. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I never played Ghost Recon. Never played that genre.
I got the new one, the one that came out this year, like
Mm.
the Breaking Point,
Yeah.
Breaking Point.
I seen clips of that genre.
It was fire. I go lie, but I need to buy the game. I'm gonna buy the 1 year pass to open the other like the missions on the story mode. The rest of the missions. It's like well, how can I say? It's like a it's a SEAL. If it's like you are in the military, you're like a SEAL team. You're like a leader of a SEAL team. That's how far how like you know how we on Call of Duty is like you're in the military, right?
Mm.
Call of Duty is just you're in the military. You don't have kind of structure with it. Like Tony Clans, Ghost Recon, it's like you're in a SEAL team, bro. You're like a SEAL team leader. If you ever, I watch SEAL team, so I know how the structure. Like
Mm.
you are the like Ghost leader one, two, three, four. I think there's five people in the team, or four. So you have four people, and you give them commands how what to do. Like when y'all are ready to get it to like go against enemies, you like engage. Let them have it. Like you can tell them to hold ceasefire. That's fire.
That's tough. That sounds
Uh,
tough.
yeah. But now let's get to battle rap. So if y'all see by the topic, uh, kid, what is it? Kings versus Queen. Kings versus Queens. Is it 4 or 5?
It's four.
It's 4.
Yeah, it's four.
All
Big
right.
four.
Ki- Kings versus Queens 4 is upon us, and it looks like it's tough. I don't know if y'all so
We got a pretty stacked card this time. You mean grudge matches and all?
yes. So we gotta go get in on so Kings versus Queens 4 was announced. Uh, they started announcing. I think we talked about some of the matchups, and if we did it, we were gonna talk about it. So it is. I think this is a 5 battle card. It is. I think it's grudge matches that I think all the matches are grudge or have backstories. It's not like random matches.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so That's it. For everyone else who want, it's in Atlanta. This is the caffeine, and for guys, URL is not leaving caffeine. This is a caffeine sponsored event, so it's gonna be live on caffeine. And I want to say, I don't know the date. Do you know the date?
19th, March 19th.
March 19th. So it's a Sunday, right? Am I? If I'm wrong.
I
If I'm correct.
believe so. I think that would be a Sunday.
Yes. So it's gonna be on a Sunday, March 19th. So that's next week. If I'm not wrong, it's next weekend. Not this weekend that's coming up, but the next weekend. Uh, I went to watch Creed 3. Just to let y'all know, I've
How
watched
was it?
Creed 3. Fire, and I see I'm a lot. The I always say Michael B. Jordan when he said that he he took anime, like he took stuff from anime and put it into the movie. Yeah, like anime, like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and some animes, and put it put like he used as inspiration to the movie. You kind of saw it.
Yeah, I
There's like
seen some pics from Twitter that was like side by side, anime comparisons.
yeah, like there's a part where him and Jonathan Major were in the locker room, right?
Do that.
And he walks out the locker room, and while he was walking out the locker room, he's like stands like the wall. This is like, let's say this is the wall. If you're looking, this is the wall. He's standing right here, and Jonathan Major's character standing right here, and they like just face at the wall, like they're staring at each other.
Hmm.
I was like, yo, that's Naruto. Like I was like, that's Naruto. Then like the punch, everyone's gonna talk about the punch. From Dragon Ball Z, like the rip short punch that happened to Frieza. Uh,
That was
this one,
also in another. It's a boxing anime that was in there too.
yeah. Then there was a boxing anime that he took from. He did say he's a nerd, so he used some anime type of things. Uh, but I want to say it was a good movie. I think it was a very good movie. I think some people say, I think I gave it like a 9.5 out of 10 before I even get to battle. The only part I felt like, and I think somebody said this, is like when Jonathan Major said his character said, "Go to your family." I feel like Michael B. Jordan would have said, "You can come to your family too." Probably would have been great, but without saying a lot about the movie, it's you when you watch it, you see why I say that.
Hmm.
But now let's go to Kings vs. Queens 4. This probably gonna be the biggest one so far this year.
I think so. They probably have a big stage. As far as
It's good.
this singular year,
Not this single year, but out of all the Kings vs. Queens 4, I think this is gonna be the biggest one because last year they said the one last year was the biggest, the most viewed. I think this one's gonna top that, and I think that's why they made it this way,
hmm
right? Uh, and I want to say this is not gonna be me being biased. I don't think I don't see no match that the the Kings gonna lose, except probably the Jazz and Charlie Clips. But I don't think none of the men are gonna lose this year. I'm This is not people. I'm not saying that in disrespect to the other females. If y'all know me, I don't bet against Jazz. I've said this. I don't know how many times I've said this. That Jazz the rapper is the only rapper I would never female rapper I would never bet against.
her
And you
and
can
Clips
still
are
bet.
good friends though. So I think and usually Clips when he's good
Yeah,
friends with people, he be cooking them, yo. He be doing them
yeah,
dirty, like.
but I think they're good friends. but more of the, Clint has been saying some slick stuff to her in battles.
Yeah.
He has said like the recently. I think this match would happen because of the recent stuff that happened on the Calico battle
Mm-hmm.
while she was talking while he was rapping. That's why I feel like. But all right. So with that said, I don't know. I said this card has no openers. Probably the opening matchup would be Shotgun Shook versus Shuni.
Yeah, I don't see Shotgun losing that. Um,
I don't see Shotgun losing that, and I feel
I
like
want to know
Shuni
why
right
it's
now
not Ehart and it's Shuni, but
because Shotgun and Shuni have been going back and forth for like the year last year.
I don't remember him ever battling Ehart. And Ehart been calling him out since the first Kings and Queen.
Yeah, but I don't think Ehud right now is battling at all.
Interesting. So she took a break
Probably, I
because
don't
I
know.
ain't see her on any cards in a while. I haven't just heard her.
I
Period.
think the last time I heard of Ehud was when the first Cormier, and I think she said she was not battling in a while.
Interesting.
Oh, she probably said she's retired. I don't know, but I've not heard from Ehud in a while. So I think him and Shuni have been going back and forth. From what they say, there's some Shuni took it as like some disrespecting stuff that was said. Uh, so they have a backstory. As I say, mentioned, this card has every battle on this card has a backstory. I think that except for the Jazz, the KCJ and DNA, I don't know their backstory. If I might be honest, I really don't know their backstory. Uh, the next card I feel like who should go next is probably New Jersey Twerk versus a Coffee. Now, if y'all don't know this, there's a backstory to this. Uh, I think it was the Genesis. If it's not Genesis, it's a
Is that
card.
coffee
What?
from Geechee?
Yes, Coffee. Coffee Brown.
Oh,
She's back. This is a return. She's back in the light after a year. I think she gave birth. So Coffee is now a mom. Congratulations, Coffee.
congrats, congrats.
This is the first back, and it's a grudge match. And I think if it is not, is it Genesis? When was Genesis?
I don't think it's Genesis. I think you're thinking of the one with Miss
When was the
Miami.
struck? No, I remember.
Because they did have a
The,
moment. They did.
oh no, 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 no! It was when he battled DNA. Summerman is 7 because I remember T Top used the angle against Gaethje. That's why I brought it up. Right. Summerman is 7 is when uh when Twerk battled Gaethje in Vegas. The only time I think Joe went to Vegas. Uh, Supposedly Coffee and Twerk slept together. Supposedly. Right. That's the story that's in the streets. So, and they've been since then. It has been brought up uh in different rounds. It has been brought up by, as I mentioned, T Top against Geechee because T Top and Twerk are very good friends. Like, are good friends. Uh, I think it was brought up to Coffee. I don't know which battle by Coffee. I think it was also brought up by Coffee versus T Top. She addressed it, and T Top kind of rebutted it. Um, I don't know. I don't know other battles that it was brought up, but it was brought up a lot. Uh, so I'm just then next card. I didn't ask you how you feel about the matchup though.
It's interesting. I think they'll have a crowd. So if Twerk grabs the crowd and goes crazy, I don't think Coffee can win. I
No,
think,
I
and a lot
agree.
of girls don't like Coffee, so
So coffee,
I
you
don't think
see,
she gonna win that joint.
I like coffee. You won last year's Wody, I think. Not last year, the previous year,
Yeah, she won. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
The previous year's Wody, that's what you won. Uh, I thought since you're a mother, I thought you had better judgment, right, on battles you should take. This is not the battle you should have took. I'm sorry, but I want to let you know if you have been living under the rock and you have not been paying attention to twerk
Want to taste this piece of broccoli?
in the last few days,
Lord.
okay, that's nasty. Number one, why you
Why is it
on
nasty?
the not on the spatula that she's using to cook, bro?
How you feel about it?
That's good.
Taste the sauce. Put your finger on it. Like that. I did that sauce. Stop playing. Stop playing. I did that.
She hyped now.
Stop playing.
She hyped now.
So, but
I seasoned that myself too, in case you was wondering. I did it.
so I would say, Twerk has been cooking everybody. Twerk is on a mission. I don't know what his mission is, but he's been wild. You should ask real sick what Twerk is being up to. Ask next what Twerk is being up to. Where else did he battle? That I heard that he was what. Ask Luke Castro what Twerk has been up to. Twerk is wild. Twerk is Twerk. Twerk is up there doing God know what is he up to, but he's been wild. Let's see. Twerk. What other battle did Twerk bat? I remember. I'll tell you. I'll let you know if Twerk has battled like before. Twerk battled again. He battled on the outside card, right? If I'm correct, right?
Twerk. Yeah.
Yeah, he battled on the second outside card.
Mhm.
So Twerk has been wilding. So I'm just letting you know, Twerk is not playing with people. So if you think Twerk is gonna play with you, this is not it. This is not it. I think he battled again. If I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong, he battled again like recently, and I don't know which card it was. It was another card that he battled. Because they went back to back weeks with like a card, but I forgot which card was it. But yeah. Uh, so Twerk has been out here killing people. So if I'm Coffee, I should not, I should not even touch, touch them, even try to battle that man. I'm just saying. The next battle on the card, DNA versus KCJ. Uh,
KCJ, I
so
don't know what to tell you, bro. But you better
this
duck.
is a this is a stage. I think this is DNA's first battle of the year. If it's not, this is the second battle of the year. But I think this is first battle of the year, and he called out KCJ.
I think
I think
DNA is laser focused. Oh, he called her out too.
yes, he
Oh
called out
yeah.
KCJ.
Oh yeah.
He called out KCJ after after she battled uh, Arsenal,
You better run, duck, and hide, ma. You better get the
and
fuck up out of there.
he said you better look. He's like I want to see that voodoo. He's like that voodoo don't work on me. So how I feel about the matchup, To be honest, I know that he called it out. I don't know much about the backstory about this matchup, but yeah. The next battle on the card, we talked about it, and I think this is supposed to be the core main event. I think should be the main event. I'm sorry, but I'm making this the main event. So I'm gonna skip that battle and we're gonna touch next. So the other bet. Well, technically, well, now I'm thinking about it. This is okay. This is the core main event. The core main event: Charlie Clips versus Jazz the Rapper. I say this is the core main event.
I completely don't know who's gonna win. This is the one I don't know.
This so y'all know I like to come up. I would have said I would say Charlie Clips, but if y'all have watched me, if y'all have watched the podcast the last year, I said countless times I'll never bet against Jazz. I'll never go against Jazz. That's not my forte. I will never do that. So I'll stick to it, and I'll say whoever wins wins. Jazz is a talented MC. She's probably top 10 battle rappers overall. No matter the gender, she's probably in the top 10. Charlie Clips is a GOAT. Top 5 to some people, top 10 to some people, but he is a GOAT. And I want to say this. Charlie Clips has not played around with anybody this year. Oh, this last few years.
I tasted it, so I know.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Clips has not played around with anybody these past few years. Right?
You don't know though.
Not,
You don't know. He might go up there and start playing around because it's Jazz. We might have a
Yeah,
whole
but
joke round, and then that might be the round she might wild on that nigga. So that's why I don't have I have nothing. I got nothing for you.
Yeah, I know one thing. He might wild. Yeah, I know when technically Charlie Clips might joke. He might have that one joking round, and Jazz wild. But when Jazz wild, let's say this is one thing. I don't know who goes first determines how this battle goes. If Jazz goes first and she's up and sounds strong, right, and starts wilding with haymakers, that means Charlie Clips is gonna wild out too. Y'all remember when Luke Castro opened up strong against Charlie Clips? Charlie Clips wild out. He showed up and showed out.
Luke Castro died up there. I don't know if Jazz can even do that. I would be surprised, but also not surprised because it's Clips. Like Yoshi wasn't bad. She just got handled. But
She got handled. Plus, she said she felt in the trap.
yeah, my man brought out Jesus, bro.
He brought out Jesus, and I feel like that should have been the moment of the year. But
It's over.
That's me.
It's over. That is definitely
brought
a
out
moment of the year.
He brought what I was about to say. Plus, Jet. Okay, for Yoshi's, this is what I'm gonna say about Yoshi's battle, right? Yoshi hasn't she battled. I think I've said this enough about Yoshi that she used to disassociate herself from freaking Avert, and I feel like that's true. So yeah, then the main event, people, is gonna be Tay Rock and Miss Hustle. Breaking news: this is Tay Rock's 50th battle on URL, so milestone to. I think that's why he's the main event. So
Clap it up for that man, yo.
So he has battled 50. He has 50 battles already on URL,
And that's like 15, 16 years. He did that.
Yeah.
He did that.
So, and the battle, the 50th battle is Miss Hustle. If you wanted the backstory for Jazz and Clubs, Jazz, yeah, the backstory is really simple. Two ghosts going from their side is two ghosts going against each other, and Charlie Clips has made, I think, Charlie Clips has made jokes about Jazz over the years. I think countless times. So that's probably the backstory. But the main event, this is this is gonna this this might work out great or it must flop because this was supposed to be on Kings versus Queens 1. It was supposed to be on
It
Kings
was.
versus Queens 2.
It was.
So if y'all don't know the backstory about this, ah, man, y'all gotta look it up because we can have a whole podcast talking about them two not seeing eye to eye, where they were used to be friends, then they were no longer friends. They became enemies, talking shit to each other. This is the ultimate grudge match. And y'all know sometimes when it comes to grudge matches in battle rap, it's not like boxing. It's not like MMA. It's not entertaining. Grudge matches in battle rap really don't pay out. If it's prolonged grudge matches, they don't end up being good. That's the effective battle rap. Right.
It's because they both come with angles and they're all dated. Because it's all from that event that happened whenever this battle should have
Yeah.
happened. I think,
Yes.
personally, I think Hustle is only going to talk about the Mook battle, him running, holding the door for people, and the tranny stuff. I don't think she has anything else for him. So she only
Like
can
she
win
did.
this battle if she actually plays audio. I'm telling you now, if she go up there and say all the same stuff, it's a dub. I don't care what the crowd thinks.
I don't know
It's a dub.
because she just did an interview with DNA and she said she's taking this is more seriously than any battle that she has taken. He's like, this is Tay Rock's 50th battle, so she didn't even talk to, she even like literally put respect, she gave respect to Tay Rock. He's like, for his 50th battle and I'm the 50th battle, she said, I'm preparing like this is my biggest matchup, and I'm coming here to rap. So I think she's gonna address the training. Both of them are gonna address the training angle. Okay, so yeah, but when I said I don't see any females winning, I was wrong. I just thought about it.
Hustle could.
I
I don't think so, but she could. And Jazz
No.
could. Other than that, I don't see nobody else winning.
no. This is what I'm saying. So you know how we always in battle rap we say you're always good as your last battle, right?
Yeah.
That's what we say. When was the last time we talked about Terra? What did I say? I said he was not good. I said I didn't like it. I said the last two times I watched Terra battle, I didn't like it. Right?
You said it was bad.
And I didn't like the battle. That's one. Two, he started doing angles, and I think I came up here and said I wish he stops doing angles, and unfortunately, this is not the battle he's gonna stop because he's gonna have an angle because this is a grudge match and they're gonna have angles. So with that being said, I don't know. I might edge this to Miss Hustle 2-1.
I got
But
Rock
I won't be
2-1.
I don't care, to be honest. Until Rock shows me that he's back to being serious and just rapping and not trying to angle people to death, I got I got Miss Hustle 2-1. And Miss Hustle has been on the winning streak. So I got her. So and Terra case won one battle in like out of 4 or 3. So yeah. So that's how I'm going. Now let's talk about, since we have talked about kings versus queens. We got now let's talk about another league that I think we highly covered here on the podcast, but it's a league that exists. Number one, people, if you wonder why we haven't covered the other number one, I don't know why Champion is doing this, but I want to address Champion real quick before I have a bunch to pick with Champion. Y'all remember when we talked about daylight battling, whatever the so-called name is?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Champion, please stop promoting that event.
It got
I
mad other people on it though.
I don't give a damn. They got jazz. I don't give a damn who they got. Stop promoting that event. I don't give a damn. I don't care if they got jazz, Ace and Me, Daylight. Who else is on the card? I forgot. But let's see. What's his name? What was his name? King Bow Dow. Oh, I don't know who his name is.
It's MMA fire shouldn't be battling. That's his name.
Yeah, MFI should not be battling. Yeah, that should be his name. You're right. You definitely right. What's his? This man, even bro, they got him to go champion for his first battle, and y'all have y'all know. Sometimes y'all know the culture. We just do stuff for money.
How much money is he
Like,
getting? I don't think he's getting a lot of money for this.
well, bro, wait a minute. Okay, I changed my pick. There are some people I'm changing picks on. Right? I'm changing my pick on Jazz. I got Jazz for Jazz battle against Charlie Clips. I got Charlie Clips now. The twerk battle, I got Coffee. Reason why is twerk got a battle again. I think a week later on this King Bounce battle. So I'm just gonna go. I'm playing. Jazz and I feel like Jazz and Twerk don't care about that battle so much that they took a battle a week before.
That might be true. That might be true. Because I forgot that event was even happening.
Me too. I just thought I was like, damn, that's so crazy that happened there. That for real, like for real. But okay, now let's talk about the other the other league that I was talking about. John the Don and Bullpen are presenting what's the name of this card?
Pandemonium?
Pandemic.
Oh, Pandemic.
Pandemonium. Pandemic or pandemonium? Pandemic.
Yeah, it's Pandemic.
Pandemic has some big matches. So starting off the main event, he got the OGs of Bullpen to come outside. He's like, I need some OGs to come out here because he said the new guys ain't cutting it. So he went and called the OGs and told them, yo, I need y'all to come here and give me some money. So he got Geechee Gotti versus Bad News. This is happening in April, so don't worry for anyone who's worried about anybody else. Yo, this is Geechee's gonna be Geechee's gonna first battle of the year is gonna be in April, and it's not gonna be on URL. That's crazy, yo.
Yeah, something different going on. He's doing a lot of filming though. He's with Emerson Kennedy. They over there doing a lot of filming. Same thing with Loso and Ace Amin. They over there.
Yeah,
Jazz and Lou Castro.
yeah. They finished their first season of Jazz's first show with Luke Castro and Reggie,
Yeah.
airing in April 1st, I guess. So that's the first battle. Next battle on the card. This is the battle what supposed to happen. I think 2 years ago or a year ago, but I think 2 years ago if I'm not wrong. If it's not 2 years ago, it's somewhere in the timeline years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Loso versus Misashi. So logically, we will be picking Misashi, right? That's our logic, right? As people who watch battle rap. But how many times did we have said when we came up here on this good podcast of ours? We have said every time Loso sits on stuff, it gets worse for their opponents. Right? We have said this before. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
So I got Loso by default because he probably set on this and he probably updated stuff. He's gonna address now. This battle was pushed back because somehow, some way, Miss Hassel got in an accident and could not drive somewhere. I know that because she had like a fake cast, a fake boot on. I remember that story, but I don't know what year was that. But I know that happened. She got in an accident in Philly. I don't know how she got in an accident in Philly and made it back home. And she was the next day she was on Instagram dancing in the club. I don't know. So they're gonna address that. The next battle on the card is gonna be Clone versus Av. So Av is coming back to Bullpen, and I think the next, if you're seeing the trend on this card, right, is all the OGs. I think the only new person on this card is the female who's better than Shuni. Cash flow something. That's the only new person. The new bullpen star who's there, but everyone else is the OG, right? So it's gonna be. I'll tell you. All right. So Shuni is bearing. I'll tell you the full card and the full lineup. Shuni's bearing Cashflow Reese. As I said, Bonus is battling Shotgun Shield. So and Clone. So Clone is battling Av. If you notice, like if the names I'm saying, like from the people who are bearing the man, this is the OGs.
Mm-hmm.
Then Loso, Misaso, them, Ben News, Geechee. Then I think the next card is the next people on the card is like everybody else. I'll let's see who else is on the card. I'm watching the trailer, people. So that's what I'm gonna. Uh, yeah. But I'll tell you, then after I tell you the matchup, I'll tell you how I feel about every matchup. Uh, then it's gonna be okay. Everybody else after this, we really don't need to know about. Yeah, everybody after that matchup, I don't care about. So so we're gonna start from the bottom, going up. Shooting versus Cash for Reels. To be honest, I don't care about that battle. I don't know Cash for Reels. That okay doesn't mean I don't care, but I don't know Cash for Reels like that. So that's why I say I don't care, and I don't like shooting like that. I only like shooting for one battle. That was the uh, Midnight Madness battle. That's the only time I actually listened to shooting. After that, I never listened to shooting. I've never watched a shooting battle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the next battle, was it a shotgun shit versus bonus. Bonus is a good. I've listened to like a round or two from bonus is good. Shotgun shit, uh, shotgun shit has been winning. He's been on a winning streak, or he has been performing good. So with that being said, for me, technically speaking, I can't give you an honest opinion on that because I've not watched bonus to say he can give Shaka Sugar a challenge, right? So I'll probably go with Shaka Sugar. But the next three, I've watched them. I watch. That's when I used to watch Bullpen, so I know these three battles. I've watched countless of hours, watched countless of battles. No matter if they're on Bullpen, if they're not on Bullpen, I've watched. Clone versus Ad. So for people watching this, some people don't know Clone. Clone is a great battle. Is a battle rapper. I think the politics winning without politics, he can be on your route. But he did the same thing that Loso did, but he did it, you know, when Yore wasn't doing that like how Loso did. Like when the machine, he went through when Nobs was using, when Nobs was running stuff. So he didn't do the PGs. If I'm wrong, he probably did one, but I don't think he did one. He did, and he got stuck in the, what I can say, in the, like, the band cards. That's what, where, like, the people that you just, nobody really care what people in your area don't like pushing, but they still give them work,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he got stuck in those type of cards. But if you if you want somebody who's intricate, who can talk, who can give you that real talk and still punch you, he's there. Him versus F, I don't know what F's like type of like uh focus is at, right? I haven't watched F like that recently and recent, but if I'm going, I would say F because F is a culture. F is a bigger name, right? Into a casual battle rap fan, he has a bigger name. But if if I'm saying I'll put my money on F, but I won't be surprised if Clone come up with the win because Clone is that good. Loso and MSASU, technically speaking, if you don't know Loso or MSASU, I don't know what type of battle rap fan you are. You might be new to battle rap. But Loso and Misaso, they have a name themselves. They're big enough. They make it on big cards. They've made it to big cards. They've made it to Summer Madness. I don't know if Loso has made it to Summer, but he has been unknown countless times. So you have seen Loso on big cards. You have seen Loso at big performances. You have seen Loso on big stages. So this matchup, technically speaking, there's no underdog in technically speaking, but Miss Hasso is a bigger name, is a bigger fan base. I don't. Does Miss Hasso have a bigger fan base? Or she's
Uh,
been better?
I would say she does. Because Cause she's
Oh,
one
she's
of
just
the. I mean, she would be considered like top five like female, and probably as battle
yeah.
rappers like top probably 20, maybe 30, maybe even higher if you talk about status. But she's her. I don't think Loso is up there like that. So yeah,
Los is probably in the top 30
as far as
as battle
talent,
rap.
but I wouldn't say that as far as status.
Yeah, status no,
Yeah.
but talent wise, he's probably top 30. So yeah, so technically, Miss Astro is a bigger name. So if technically speaking, Los is the underdog, but I don't think anybody who has watched Loso or watched Loso's battles, you won't think Loso is gonna get he's a huge underdog in this game, in this match or in this battle. You don't. I don't think people get into this battle thinking Loso is the underdog. Now the next matchup, I would have said Gitchy, but when it comes to street dudes, Gitchy has a hard time. I've seen this. When people are literally from the streets who can talk that street talk with Gitchy, I don't think Gitchy has done that well. So this is Gitchy versus Ben News. Gitchy has a bigger name. Gitchy has won champion a year before. Gitchy has Gitchy has made it to the biggest card. He has better the biggest names. He has better the legends. He's a legend himself. But Ben News is a Ben News is those dogs. You know that you have a bulldog, that's somebody who's just won't give up, who won't die. That whenever you put them in a match, he's a scrappy poopy. He's a he's a he's a scrappy bulldog. That's how Ben News is. And if I'm speaking, I want to say I won that against Gitchy. So I would say Gitchy is probably gonna win. But this is gonna be a great match. It's gonna be an entertaining one. It's gonna be a great debate, a debatable, but Gitchy might edge the win. Because if y'all don't know Ben News, y'all should know how he finally got his name. Well, how his name got to better rap out there to out the like world, like not worldwide, but to where people in better rap know his name. Go watch Ben News versus Tay Rock, and y'all can see what I'm talking about. No matter, even though he lost that battle, that one rounder, he made sure that Tay Rock had be on his A game to win that battle. Like the bad news is like the bad news is like that's the guy title. If you must sign Robert, as I skip the rock and talk to Seraph when he literally push rock aside, like that's bad news is crazy. He's a crazy son of a gun. Uh, I don't know who else. Yeah. So for this, he has a good card. Well, a good top half of the card.
I
And
think.
the rest of the matchup,
Well, yeah. The rest just kind of iffy.
yeah. The rest I don't care about, but the top half of the card, the first four matchups, five, that's solid.
I don't see Geechee losing that battle, but I could see why somebody would be like, "Oh, well, he'll lose," because bad news. He's him. When he gets on bullpen, he's him. But
But that's what I'm saying for low. So I was gonna say that for Lawson because I think Lawson is not lost in bullpen. Oh well, he probably lost once uh uh
wasn't the Briz
against
battle
Briz.
on
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I said. So him and News only lost once. Well, technically Lawson is not lost to. Well, Ben News did lose twice on bullpen because he lost the Lawson battle. Because that's when Lawson made his names because he when people on like when you come on bullpen, Lawson, Bad News, and Clown really are those guys.
Yeah.
Like you you gotta come correct to even have a chance to beat them because they are the face of that league. Well, the way and now they're coming back because there's nobody who's kind of holding that league up right now. There's no one who's like that guy like you see potential to be up there because I feel like what y'all don't know when Bullpen first came out like those years in 2017, 2018, 2019, they had they had like top tier talent on their card. Like they were rivaling URL RBE. I didn't know RBE was a league. I only thought it was Boop, URL King of the Dot, and Bullpen. I didn't know other leagues existed. That's how Bullpen used to throw down cards. The talent on their card on their on their league was crazy. Loso, Bad News, Clone, Riggs. Who else? There's somebody else. I forgot the other names, but the top ones: Loso, Bad News, Riggs, Clone. Those people were fire. And their classic, that like one of my like most of their memorable battles are on Bullpen. Most of their so-called classics. Loso's most classic battle. Two of his classic battles, I think, were on YouTube. Classic is him versus Bida. How Bida made, how people started taking note of Bida was against Loso. That was a Bullpen. Uh, Ben News, I said Tay-Rock battle. I said Tay-Rock battle. Uh, the 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 K-Sham battle. If y'all have never watched the K-Sham battle, bro, that's when Ben News was wilding. He said, "Yo, what did he say? One bar that Doping used to use in a clip. He's like, oh, he's like, he's like, he's like, he's like, yo, Rex called my phone too. He's like you, I'm still waiting to make it. He's like, he said, bro, you nice. You can jump Dama. He lied to me too. I'm still waiting on my phone call, bro. Like, Ben News is crazy. Then Clone, I think, who did Clone battle? He got some names, but on the top of my name, I don't remember like the names that he battled.
He battled a few. It was a couple years ago though, but he battled a few.
Yeah. Then bonus is that say he's like a name that came up with Loso and them, but he was not like that. He was not him. Then he's just a good name, but on Bullpen, but he's not him. He didn't make it out of Bullpen. So yeah, but if you like, if that's what we have for this week. If you like this video, I know what to do. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like, leave a comment. Uh,
Thank you for the support. We out.
thank you for the yeah. Y'all better support me on Twitch.
Oh yeah,
But
shout
I
out
don't
to
think
Trips. Shout out to Twitch.
Yeah, I'm out. Peace.